What's up, YouTube? Thanks for tuning in. I've got a couple of things for you today. As the title of this video alluded to, I've got just a few pickups to show you. And then I've got a VR for Max Waxx Stacks cards and his Stashy Stash Mount Stachemore giveaway. And then I've got the cards from the whiskey box. This is a new thing I got going on, and we'll get to that here in a second. But here we go. Starting off with just a handful of pickups. Another card for my 61 Golden Press set. Card number 6, Carl Hubble. The meal ticket. This is the back of that card. You guys have seen these. And I think I'm down to 7 or 8 cards to wrap that set up. So looking forward to doing that. Nice little card of my man, Joaquin Andahar, One Tough Dominican. If you know, you know. Cool thing about this card is you look at what he's holding there. It looks like he's got a pen in his left hand, and he's got what looks like a heavily signed copy of a scorecard or some kind of program that he's working on there, and adding his signature to somebody's card there. So that's pretty cool. I like that one. But I didn't have this card for my 84 Fleer set, and of course, and my Joaquin Andahar. Always a big fan of that guy. Then I found a couple of cards here. Oh, let me go grab one more here. Hang on one second. There we go. I found these cards just, slumming on eBay, and these things popped up, and I really like the photos of these cards. So I picked up 3 of them. And get this tape off of here. Hang on one second. Sometimes I'd like to prep cards. Sometimes I am just lazy and don't. So, get the blue tape off there. So these things are 1973 TCMA postcards. And they look like that. Frankie Frisch. And it's got the all-time greats up here at the top, kind of in some, some, I don't know, so like a children's font or something like that. And it's got baseball and baseball bats, and it's got the name at the bottom there. Sorry for so much glare, guys. There you go. It's a little better for you. But I really like these photos on this. This one has a blank back. And from my research, a.k.a. looking at trading card database, there are some that have things on the back, and I'll get to one of them here in a second. But most seem to be blank backs on these postcards. So Frankie Frisch, picked that one up. And this one is Jesse Haynes, one of the all-time great pitchers for the Cardinals. And this one actually has stuff on the back. Looks like typewritten, with the place for the stamp up here, and some statistics for the guy as well. So Jesse Haynes. And then the last one I picked up was Stan the Man. What a great shot of him. And this is blank back also. But I thought these were pretty cool, so I picked up these things. So those are my recent pickups. Then now I've got what I'm going to start doing for a little while is cards from the whiskey box. So I've got these cards that I think they're in my cool card list, and most of them are commons. Some of them, there's some Hall of Famers in here as well, but most of them are commons. But there's different categories of cards that I collect and have in this box. So for example, I've got catching cards, right? Catcher play, and I got fielding cards. I've got cards that just have cool poses on them. I've got all kinds of stuff like that, right? Running the bases, right? Sliding into the bases, those kind of action shot cards. But I put them all in this whiskey box, and what I'm going to do on occasion going forward is pull a few cards out and show them to you and talk about them. So today's cards are part of the VR for Max Waxx stacks cards and his Mount Stachemore VR. And oddly enough, I have some stash cards in here. So I do like a good stash on a baseball card. I don't have as many as he does. I've got 5 right here. I'll show you, and I will add these to the consideration for Mount Stashmore. So I've got this 86 Davy Lopes sporting his porn star mustache. 86 Gary Gaetti. Same porn star mustache. Him and Davy Lopes must have been in the same movie together. 1982 Dennis Lamp. Look at that big bushy thing. And then probably my favorite one, and one that I would really like to be considered on the Mount Stashmore list, is this 1981 Danny Goodwin. I mean, look at that thing. How can you not like that stash? And then, of course, we have the all-time great. Probably should be on the stash Mount Rushmore, Mr. Raleigh Fingers. And those handlebar mustache. So there you go. There's my entry for Max Waxx Stacks VR for Mount Stashmore, and my first cards from the whiskey box. And we'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.